Welcome, everyone, to the last day of our Triangle Sci Tech Expo. I'm Carrie, an educator at the museum. And while we're all getting situated and coming into the meeting, I have an icebreaker question for you. If you could have one animal adaptation that you would like incorporate into your body, what would it be? So put your answer in the chat, and then we will go through our Zoom tutorial just to make sure we're all on the same page with Zoom, and then we'll go over our answers. All right, let's see. So this, most importantly, this program is closed caption. So if you would like to view the captions, at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the button that says closed captions. Click that and click show subtitles, and those captions should show up. Now, this program is being recorded and live streamed to YouTube. So we will have videos off and microphones muted. But at the very end, we're going to want to see your creations. So we are going to stop streaming and stop recording. And at that point, we'll allow everyone to turn videos on, and then we'll share our creations with each other. So next, your best way to view this program, actually, Abby, are you sharing screen?
I will be later, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. So I will go over this then. So up at view options, you want to click side by side mode, and you also want to click speaker view. That's going to allow that our videos to not cover up that screen. We don't want that obscured. We want you to see it. So it'll move it over so that you have a good view. Lastly, we want to hear from you in the chat. So put your questions in there, put your comments in there. We just make sure you're respectful and on topic, okay? Be a good digital citizen. All right, so let's see what our adaptations are. So Hugo wants to fly and breathe underwater.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Owen wants wings. I want a prehensile tail.
Oh,
I think
really
that would be really cool. Then so you can climb some trees with that prehensile tail.
That would be awesome.
Oh, and Laura Beth wants axolotl gills. How cool would that be? Maybe that's Hugo's adaptation too.
It's also very stylish. That's cool. Yeah. I would want like a box turtle shell so I could just kind of cuddle up and take a nap anywhere I wanted. That'd be fun.
I like that. So for folks who don't know, axolotls have external gills, so they have these frilly things on their necks.
And these fun little faces.
They're
very fun.
They are adorable. So if you don't know what an axolotl is, you will need to go Google after this program.
Highly recommend.
I know. It makes me want to, they're so cool, makes me want to do a program on them.
Yeah.
They're a really interesting animal.
They are.
Because they spend most of their lives in their neotenic state where they do not actually get to adult. They spend their life in their juvenile state. And they can even reproduce in their juvenile state. They don't ever turn into like grown-up salamanders. It's very rare to do that.
That's so cool. And don't they have the ability to regrow limbs really easily?
Yeah, they do. And I think a lot of salamanders do, but yeah, it's axolotls, I think, are the ones they study in the lab. We have some axolotls at the museum as program animals too. And our axolotls, Hugo can correct, or y'all can correct me. Don't they glow? Don't our axolotls
glow? They do.
Yeah. Don't they have like
they glow under black light? It's very
don't they have like the is it the jellyfish DNA?
Yeah.
And, yeah, they're genetically modified. Yeah. Crazy.
And very cool animals.
All right, Abby. Well, I'm sorry. We got talking and I forgot to introduce Abby. Abby is an educator with the museum as well. And so she is going to tell us all about biomimicry, and then we're going to do our own biomimicry, and it's going to be really fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Carrie. I am so excited to see what we can come up with today. We're going to be doing some invention and some innovation. And innovation is all about having imagination. And I just know that you all have a lot of creativity inside of you. So we're going to put that creativity to work today. I'm going to start off with a short slideshow about biomimicry, because that's the theme of the day. And while I'm showing you that, you can go grab a piece of paper, a pencil, marker, something to draw with, and some Legos if you have some. Or you're totally welcome to just watch and follow along with me today. But if you do want to go grab some Legos of your own, something that Carrie mentioned earlier at the end, will be showing things off. So make something fun with Legos and show us later, or show it off to your friends or whoever's close by. So I'm going to figure out how to screen share my slides about biomimicry. Is that working now?
Yep, it is perfect.
Cool. Got a cool frog here. So this is this big word, biomimicry. That is the theme of our program today. And you'll see it says bio at the beginning, which means life, right? Just like biology. So we're talking about life. And mimicry. So if you're mimicking something, you're copying it, you're trying to do something in the same way. So biomimicry, we're copying life. We're doing a problem, fixing a problem, just like nature would. Boop. So again, what is biomimicry? It's design inspired by nature. And this is a cool example here where some designers in Japan, I believe, were trying to come up with a train design so that it would go through tunnels and be more aerodynamic. There would be less air stuck in front of the train as it went by. So one of the designers noticed that kingfishers could dive into the water and barely make a splash. It was very smooth. So they decided to design the train the same way, and you'll see how it looks just like the kingfisher's bill here. Our second example, this is a picture of some burrs, and these are like the little tiny seed pods that get stuck to your clothes when you walk by something, that plant. So there was this Swiss designer, Swiss inventor, and he noticed that those burrs were sticking to him all the time and sticking to his dog. And he wanted to invent something inspired by that. So he invented velcro, which we use a lot on our shoes, on our jackets. NASA uses velcro for astronaut outfits. And the velcro, if you look closely, has those little hooks that work just like the burrs do, sticking to stuff. And lastly, I have a picture here that you might recognize as Orville and Wilbur Wright with their first awesome flying machine here. And they have been inspired by birds, studying the way that birds fly and get lift in the air. Some people say they were inspired by pigeons. I'm not sure if that's entirely true, so we'll just say birds. But I put a picture of pigeons there because that one looks very happy. So today for our program, we're going to be trying to do some biomimicry invention of our own. And today we're going to try and invent a new kind of vehicle. So maybe it's a car or a boat or something that transports people. And the criteria that our vehicle has to do, it has to carry passengers. It has to travel on land, but also cross a little river. So we're going to be trying to make that with Legos today. Who knows what we'll come up with? I'm sure it'll be cool. And I'll give you guys some options here. So we're going to be inspired by a single animal to make our vehicle. And our options are, do we want to be inspired by a horse? Sounds cool. By a wolf? Or option 3, by a duck. So these are our 3 options. Put in the chat wherever you are watching this, which option you think we should do today. We have many options.
So we know Hugo. We know Hugo wants the wolf.
Wolves are cool.
Yep. So let's see. Wolf. Oh, we have a vote for a duck. Oh, another vote for a wolf.
Ooh, we might be getting a majority here.
Oh, another wolf. I think wolves might have it.
I think wolves have it. That's cool. Well, as an NC State.
Then we got another vote for duck and then a vote for a horse.
Ooh, that's cool.
But I think the wolves still have it.
I think the wolves have it. And if
Wait a second. Skelly's voting twice.
Duck, 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 duck.
Everybody's ready. Stop voting twice, everybody. That's cheating.
Well, I think the Wolves have it. I'm a little biased as an NC State Wolfpack, but we'll go with Wolf today. And if you want to invent or be inspired in your invention by a duck or a horse, go for it. We won't tell. That's okay. I'm going to be inspired by this wolf, though. And again, I want my vehicle to carry passengers, travel on land, cross a river. Let's see what we can come up with.
All right. So when Abby and I were practicing our program, we did the duck. So I'm glad we have wolf this time because it's going to be fun to do something new. Even though the ducks we did were pretty awesome.
Oh, that's right. So I've switched to my overhead camera. And you can see I picked the animals based on what I had in Lego. So if you're going with duck, I have this very fun duck. He's pretty fun. But we're going to be inspired by our wolf today. And this first step with coming up with ideas that are new or brainstorming is just to kind of get things down on paper. It really helps you get thinking and come up with new ideas and make some observations. So I'm going to start off with noticing things about this wolf. I see, and it doesn't have to be related to how he moves, but I'm going to start off with seeing that wolves have very strong legs.
Yeah, and they have they have long noses and sharp teeth.
Oh yeah, I'll just draw some triangles for their sharp teeth.
Yeah. Do any of you have any observations about a wolf?
What do you notice about this wolf or other wolves? It could be a red wolf or a gray wolf. And we'll talk some more about what we know about wolves as we're inventing.
Oh, Hugo says they have hair.
Oh, that's a good point. They have lots of hair. This wolf has a lot of hair on its neck, but it has hair all over the place.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lion wolf.
Yeah, it does. And I know that wolves have like small webs between their toes, just kind of like the dogs that we have all around us. This is my bad depiction of their little paws and the little webs between their paws.
Oh yeah, and Hugo observed they have claws. And
oh,
then
yeah.
and eyes at the front so they can measure distance. Yeah, so that's a common predator adaptation is to have those front facing eyes.
Very cool. Yeah, this guy has a lot of control over his senses.
I say a long fluffy tail.
Ooh, that's a good one. And maybe that can help us in our invention signal things because they'll use their tails for communication. Or maybe it helps us with our vehicle's balance somehow. So we can be thinking about that.
So Rexon says that they have a mane. So yeah. Ooh. And so Isabella, if you want a duck, make a duck. Go for it.
Ducks are so cool. I'll put the duck in the chat in case, or in the window in case that gives you some inspiration.
Yeah, and that's another thing is, when you're being creative, you can do whatever you want, right? You don't have to follow our rules.
Great point. And as I'm kind of wrapping up noticing things about my wolf, I'm going to start switching to kind of sketching out what I want my vehicle to look like. So when wolves, I'm going to have to cross a river. And I know that when wolves cross rivers, they're not great swimmers. They kind of walk primarily before they swim. So maybe my vehicle, I'll just start off with a box. Gorgeous. Maybe my vehicle has some sort of leg kind of adaptation. But I wonder how I'm going to make it swim too. So maybe we can use some kind of the webbing and say that these legs also have like a fin mechanism maybe that can collect water and push it back like it's swimming.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That'd be cool. And I'm also going to have to carry passengers. So this wolf has a little saddle. I don't think most wolves come with little saddles. In fact, I think most dog, canine, wolf species will carry their young in their mouth. So maybe I have some sort of passenger system where they sit up front. There's my happy little passenger.
And I'm thinking wolves, they kind of have long legs too. That's something that
That's true.
Mention.
Ooh, So maybe it's especially tall
Yeah.
instead of wide. I like that. Very cool. Well, I'll keep uh, adding to my invention as we go. But I think I'm ready to switch over to some Legos. So this is the part of the program where if you want to go grab some Legos and make something of your own.
I'm digging in my Lego bin.
Nice. I'll be building on this little base.
I kind of have an idea here.
I'll keep my wolf in view for inspiration. And I'm going to be pretending that this is my river. I'll have to cross at the end. This wolf can chill. Okay, so let's see what I want to start building with. I have this kind of rectangle that I might use as my base. The tricky part will be finding something that I like for the legs.
Yeah, that's where I'm working on. I'm working on my legs right now.
Ooh, of course. Here's the duck again. I'm kind of like that for something related to the legs, but I only see one of them.
That's nice. I like that.
I might just pretend that I have multiple and add some blocks on the bottom. And you can use any type of Legos or just blocks, or you could just keep adding to your drawing. That'd be fun. So mine officially stands up, which is nice. Got kind of a base. And let's see, I'm going to try and find something to add webbing to my legs so that it can kind of mimic the wolf's paws and swim some. I've got these cool bench thingies. So maybe I'm going to pretend, I like how that sticks. Maybe I'm going to pretend that that's the webbing between my paws.
So kind of like flippers, like when you're scuba diving.
True. And they even kind of wiggle a little bit. So I'll pretend. That was on purpose.
All right.
And I'm going to see if I can, I also have these little triangle pieces. So maybe that'll go on the bottom for a little extra webbing.
So I just have some structural damage here to my wolf vehicle.
If anyone has suggestions in the chat, let me know. What do you think I should put on top of my wolf? I'm going to find a good spot for my passenger to sit up front. Maybe I can extend it out some. Ooh, have a very long block. So that my passenger can sit way up front, like a little pup being carried in the wolf's mouth. I even have a little tiny chair. So I'll put my little tiny chair up front and let my passenger sit up there.
So I'm making my wolf head right now, but I have a feeling Abby's gonna comment that it looks an awful lot like the duck we made the other day.
That's okay. Our audience hasn't seen your duck, so they can't tell. I think I saw some chats go in briefly and I missed them. But I saw something about a steering wheel and something about haunches for him to stand on.
Yeah. I like it.
This is the closest I have to a steering wheel. Haunches are on the person at the front. Ooh, okay. Big shoulder blades. I like it. We'll make our vehicle have some extra strength. I'll give it some nice blue bricks back here. And we'll say that these have little pistons or something that help it move extra fast. So maybe if we see something that we want to get to really fast, we can say, go, 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 go. Because wolves are predators. So they have to get places fast sometimes. I'll also have to add some sort of a tail. And we said earlier that the tail, well, this piece looks like a tail. This piece?
Well, I found a good tail. Look, I'm going to show you.
Oh, did you?
I found a good tail.
I need to extend that out some. Wait, show your tail again? I didn't see it. Oh, that is a good tail.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So far, Trying to find my forward-facing eyes here.
That's very nice. I'll have to add a lot of gray here to make it blend in like a wolf would. I mentioned earlier both that we could be inspired by a gray wolf and a red wolf. And they're both really cool animals. I'll talk quickly about red wolves only because, because they're cool, but also because North Carolina is the only place that they live in the wild. They officially went extinct back in the 80s, but then they got reintroduced to North Carolina, and this is the only place in the whole world where they've continued to live in the wild, although their populations have gone down a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I saw a sad number where it was somewhere about 7 to 10 live in the wild with the tracking collars. Mm-hmm. And they're less sure of how many live without them, but it's probably close to like 15 or so.
Yeah, I know that it's a very highly managed population.
Some cool animals.
This
really... is my tail. It's a bit intense.
Okay, I have to say, has anybody ever seen Doctor Who, like the old ones? Uh-huh. Because I'm pretty sure I just made a canine.
Yes. What would it say? It had its thing it would say.
I get the voice. It's been a long time. I like that. You've got a canine tail.
Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, I just put this massive tail on it. We talked about how wolves would use their tails for communication, kind of like dogs do, to show us if they're happy or scared. So maybe this is a communication device that transmits to other vehicles like it. That'd be cool.
That's very cool.
So I see if the tail is up, what does that mean? So wolves, like I said, they use their tails in a lot of similar ways that dogs do. So I believe a tail up would be kind of just alert. Probably not hunting because you're showing a lot of your body, so it's not like you're hiding. That's a good question. For me, it means I have good cell reception.
Yeah. Okay, now mine looks like Wallace and Gromit.
Ooh. I love the eyes. The eyes. I need to give mine some eyes, some sort of way to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Lego that would stick, so my eyes are just set on top there. And I've got my banana man. And look, and I'm gonna I have a little ice cream sundae. He's gonna have that.
How do you have all the good food Legos? I'm jealous.
No, Coco, my daughter has she had like an ice cream stand Lego set.
Well, that's just exciting.
Yeah. Right.
I have the closest I have to eyes is this little piece with the holes. So we'll say that is some sort of device to see things.
It's like a sensor, right? So we watched the Robots for All Ages program today, and there's a robot called Spot, and I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with it, but you can either Google Boston Dynamics. Yes. Is that what it's called? And Spot is the dog-looking robot, but he has Spot. He has like his face is like a sensor. And he is absolutely amazing. So if you have a chance to either watch that program or just Google the video on your own, it is worth a watch. In fact, when I first saw it, I watched it like a bunch of times in a row because those robots are so amazing.
So amazing. It took me a second because I forgot the name was Spot. But yeah, those robots are so awesome. So I've just added some sort of little thing down here. It was one of the last pointy pieces I had because I realized I didn't add anything for those sharp teeth we noticed. So maybe this is some sort of, I hate to say weapon, but some sort of defense mechanism.
Or maybe it's just for, like climbing the bank of the river to get out.
Good point. Just like the claws on the feet.
Yeah.
Oh, and it just fell off. I have a couple more white ones, so I'll put that on the bottom. Bit more like a claw. Whoop, came off again. The joys of making with Legos.
Yeah, yeah. I can't push too hard, or else I lose 100% of my structural integrity.
Well, I think I have my what do we think I should call this? My wolf vehicle. It needs a fun name.
So LB's curious about mine. All
I
right.
want to see yours too. I see
I think I
Wolfie.
finally finished him.
This is
I
my
like your Wolfmobile.
Wolfmobile. Oh, that's it. My Wolfmobile 2000.
Yeah, that is cool. His tail is pretty awesome. All right, let's see him go across that river.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just let Carrie decide. Do we want Gandalf or Emmett or Batman? Those are your three options. Who's our passenger?
I'm gonna pick Gandalf again.
Oh yeah, of course. So Gandalf is gonna cross the river.
Oh, Shrey says Batman.
Oh,
so maybe you can have a Batman passenger.
I like it. Batman's in the back. He's running the communication with my antenna.
Oh yeah, teamwork.
He's crossing the river. He'll use his little paddles to swim, and then he'll walk on land over to wherever they want to go. They're gonna go get ice cream together.
Yes.
So Carrie, I want to see yours now.
All right. Let me let's see. Let me spotlight my video. So all right. So I have to hold it up right in front of me. So we have my wolf is got his eyes, and he's got those cute green ears. He's got wheels. So what I think is maybe our river's pretty shallow, and he can just cross it like that. He's got 4 tall, strong legs, his fluffy, wolfy tail. And then honestly, I use this as a steering wheel, but I'm pretty sure it's like pipes. But that's okay. But then my Hugo, who's my Star Wars guy, and his banana are there to steer. It can cross the Mars rivers, the ones that are dry. And then he's got his ice cream sundae for later.
Oh, I love the ice cream sundae. I love the colors, and the wheels are really cool.
Yeah, he's very colorful. As y'all know, my favorite color is rainbow. So he does well with that. Oh, Hugo says he's not sure, but he'd say Antilles. Mm-hmm. So they've got Antilles here. His drive is steering my Wolfmobile.
That is adorable. I see someone said it looks like a Sesame Street character.
Yes. I love it.
Oh yeah.
These eyes are great. It's so far that those are my favorite part of my what I found in the Lego box.
Fantastic.
So awesome. Cool.
So I hope you guys were able to make some really cool inventions and keep adding to them. Keep if you want to, pick a different animal than you picked and try it again. Come up with some new requirements. Maybe your new invention has to fly. How would a horse fly? If a horse could suddenly have the ability to fly, how would it do it? And just keep asking some fun questions and have fun with creativity.
Absolutely. And always let nature inspire you, right? That's how so many things that we invent as humans, we do, as Abby was saying, we take that inspiration from nature. So it's very cool. Well, we will wrap up the recorded part of this program. So if you want to hang on for a minute and show us your creation, we'll wrap it up, and I'll let you know. We'll change the settings on the Zoom. And if you're on YouTube, join us in the Zoom so we can see your creation. We'll drop a link in the chat. So I will say thank you to Abby for guiding us through this super fun creative activity. I want to thank our sponsors for the Triangle SciTech Expo, which are the Biogen Foundation and the North Carolina Science Festival. And I also want to thank all our members, because your membership directly helps us be able to do programs like this. So thank you. And we have a couple more programs If you enjoy the creative things, we are doing Guess a Sketch this evening at 6. So Miranda, Hugo, and I have got some really fun animals that we're going to try and get you to guess. So please join us for that. And we will see you later. Thank you.
Thank you.